Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new here, I'm very glad to have you here. My name is Rosina Sharon. I am a makeup artist, and today we're going to do more of a soft glam, or should we do full glam? I don't know. I'm torn between a bridal glam and a full glam. Okay, but we're going to do that in detail. Every process is going to be explained in detail. Before we do that, kindly subscribe, share your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'll be reading all of them. And if you like the video, give it a big huge thumbs up. Enough of that, let us go straight into the video. So we're going to start by brushing the eyebrows up before we start lining. To line, we're using the Davis number 3, starting off with the lower side of the brow. Okay, and where to start for beginners, where exactly to do the lining, where to start lining, you're going to follow the corner of the nose here, pointing straight up. Place your first dot there. Where to curve your brow, where your pupil ends while you're looking straight ahead. Put your second dot there, and the third dot, the final one, following the lower lash line as instructed in the video. Now take note on where exactly your curve starts. So where your curve begins, you're going to go an inch up and then curve. Okay? Where again it starts curving, you go an inch up and then curve. That is how you curve your brow. Now as you curve towards the outer corner, it has to be going outwards around the outer corner. Now on the upper side, around the inner corner, you're going to leave a bit of space. Remember where your eyebrow starts curving on the lower side. You're going to put a dot above it, just so it guides you on where exactly to curve the upper side as well. And then connect the two. And then to fill in, you're going to use a bar soap, wet it with water, rub on it, and then you're going to use a thick white foam. So take your spoolie, take some of that thick white foam and use that to brush through the brows. Starting from the inner corner, you're going to brush it upwards, and you're going to apply a bit of force while you're doing this. As you go towards the outer corner, brush it in a way it fits between the two lines. It does not go above the line on the upper side or below the line on the lower side. And then immediately after, use the other side of the brush, press the eyebrows in so they stick onto the skin. Allow for that soap to dry out completely fast before you start filling in. Now to fill in, we're going to use the same eye pencil. Make sure it's very sharp, and we're going to do hair-like structures. Do you see that? Very tiny. Around the inner corner, it's going to be facing a bit up. As you go towards the outer corner, you're just going to mimic the way your eyebrow is curved, and you're only filling in the areas you feel like there is a space. Where your eyebrows are very visible, leave that area alone. And then to clean, we're going to use a concealer 2 shades lighter than our skin tone. I'm using LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn, using a flat brush. Again, leave a bit of space around the inner corner as you're cleaning, and please don't raise your eyebrows while cleaning. Relax the brows and clean. To clean, you're just going to follow the shape of the brow. As you go towards the outer corner, you're going to clean it in an outwards angle. And then remember to drag the product down as you go. Drag it down so it's easier for you to blend in later on. Okay, drag the product down. Now around the inner corner, remember we left a bit of space. So you're going to use a foundation that matches your skin tone. To clean the inner corner of the brow. And make sure that line, the foundation line, blends into the concealer line. Okay, it needs to have a very smooth blend between the two. Like that, okay? And as always, drag that product down as you go. It's very important for you to do that. And then after that, we're going to use a small round fluffy brush. Tap on the product just so it blends in before we start setting the lid for eyeshadow. Now to set the lid, we're going to use an eyeshadow base. I'm using the golden one. Using again a fluffy brush, round, small fluffy brush. You're going to place the product on the side of the brush. And then for application, you're going to start from the lower lid. Tap, left to right, right to left as you go up. So as you go up, it blends into the concealer on the upper side. It should not overpower the concealer, okay? Now for eyeshadow, we're going to start off with this. It's not a very dark brown, but it is a matte shade, okay? And we're going to emphasize that around the midpoint of the lid. And we're going to use a smaller brush for this. Okay, small, round, and fluffy. And here you tap as you place the product, okay? Don't drag the brush, you're tapping it in. Focus on the midpoint. And then after that, tap off the excess product from the same brush. Don't add product, okay? And then you're going to go, yeah, just on the edge of that transition, on the edge, okay? You're going to, not below it, not above it, just on the edge. You're going to brush it sideways, not upwards, sideways. Do you see that? On the edge, not above it, not below it, okay? And it's going to give you a very beautiful ombre when you're done. And then after that, we're going to use a compact finishing powder that matches your skin tone to blend that product in, starting just below the brows, okay? And then after, I just use it to blend that in, so it gives you a very seamless transition when you're done. And then after that, we're going to use this nude, and we're only going to apply that on the lower side of the lid, on the lower side of the crease, okay? Not towards the midpoint of the lid, just on the lower side alone, okay? Then after that, we're going to use the Inglot gel eyeliner, all right? And you're using a flat angle brush. For the flat angle brush, the longer side is going to face the front, the shorter side towards the back, as you're going to draw this line. Just a very, very tiny line, and make sure it stops where your lash line stops, okay? That is where it should stop for the first line. And then after that, we're going to mimic a wing, starting from the lower lash line in that angle, and then from the midpoint of that line towards that other line, and then fill that in. And then after that, you're going to use a small brush, a tiny brush, okay? Blend that gel into the eyeshadow, and we're using a small brush for precision, okay? And then after that, we're going to use a darker shade of a brown eyeshadow, darker brown eyeshadow, okay, to blend that on top of the liner we use, and then the bigger brush just to blend those darker eyeshadow to the eyeshadow we previously used. And that would be it for the eyeshadow. And then you can apply mascara and then do your falsies. Now moving on to the face, I'm going to start off by spraying the face, so at least it has a bit of moisture before I apply moisturizer. Don't apply moisturizer on dry skin, by the way. And here I'm going to use the Bondi Sands SPF 50. It's a sunscreen that is very, very moisturizing, so I just use it as a 2-in-1. And then I'm going to apply that all over. Make sure I blend that into the skin. Allow for it to set into the skin first before I move on to the next step. And then after that has set in, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. matte. This is a very gripping matte primer from e.l.f. And I'm going to apply that around my T-zone and along my smile lines. Because again, guys, I have dry skin. My skin type is dry skin. So I don't need to apply my primer all over the face. And then tap. And then allow for that product to set into the skin first before you move on now to applying foundation. And then after that, for foundation, I'm going to use this two. This is Maybelline and Shaz. Maybelline is too mattifying, Shaz is too dewy, so I had to mix the two. With a Damn Beauty blender, squeeze out the excess water. Make sure the excess water is out. Now, before you start blending in the foundation, make sure you have spread the foundation on the beauty blender first. Spread it out on the beauty blender first before you bring it to your face. And for application, tap. Beginners, don't drag it, don't do circular motions. It's just tap. Remember to blend in your neck and behind your ears as well. Now, the only place we don't apply foundation is under the eyes. All the other areas we're going to apply foundation. Around the nose region, you're going to apply a very little amount of product, okay? Now, for the forehead, you're going to start blending in between the brows. And then as you go up, you're going to tilt your beauty blender sideways and then start applying just above the brows, left to right, right to left as you go up. So that product spreads out evenly. And then after that, we're moving on to highlighting now. For highlighting, I'm going to use 2 shades of concealer. I'm going to use LA Girl Pro in Fawn and medium beige. Now, Fawn is about 2 shades lighter than my skin tone. So I'm just going to start off with that first. Around the outer corner of the under eyes, as you can see, I'm using my brush for a very good reason. I want to make sure that angle can be seen from here to Timbuktu. I did not do that hard work for nothing. When it comes to makeup, placement is very, very important. Then we're going to do the bridge of the nose as well as the forehead. Now for the forehead, make sure you bring it in between the brows as well. Now remember, around the inner corner, we had not applied any concealer yet. So we're going to use a brighter shade of concealer for the inner corner. So we have that brightening under eye effect, a brighter under eye effect, sorry. So a lighter shade. And then after that, I'm just going to go in with my cream contour. This one is from Golden Lip Cosmetics. As you can see, it's not very dark, okay? We don't go for a very dark shade of contour, guys. When it comes to contour, be very, very careful. Don't go for too dark. Starting with the high points of the cheek. And then the product remaining on the brush is what we're going to use for the forehead. For the forehead, you blend it into the hairline. Then after that, we're going to use the Fenty Beauty Shake and Play blushes, Wild Berry Whip, and Fire Papaya. As you can see, it's two different shades, yeah? Then I'm going to start blending, starting with the darker shade and then blend the lighter shade into the darker shade. Yeah, again, on the high points of the cheek. And blush is always above concealer, okay? And then you blend it. After you've done blending that in, you blend it into now the contour, into the contour. Blush is always above the contour. That is what I meant. Okay. And then after that is when I will come back to blend in the concealer. We were doing all that. So yes, we allow the concealer to set. Starting off with the bridge of the nose. Around the forehead. As always, around the forehead, you start in between the brows. And then as you go up, left to right, right to left. So I get the product spreads out evenly. And make sure that concealer blends into the foundation. We don't want to see where your concealer stops, where your foundation starts. Okay. Then after that is when I come back in to blend in the under eyes. For the under eyes, I'm going to start blending around the outer corner of the eye. And guys, bear in mind, we have used the same beauty blender from the beginning. It's the same beauty blender we have been using and the same side of the beauty blender, okay? And again, tap, tap, tap. Now, as you blend in the inner corner of the under eye, don't be too quick to spread the product out, okay? Make sure the inner corner has blended in well first before you come back in and join that towards the outer corner, okay? Beginners, that is a mistake you make a lot. You're quick to spread the product out. Make sure the inner corner has blended in first. And take your time to blend. Now, immediately after that, to avoid creasing, you're going to start off setting by using a compact finishing powder that matches the shade of that concealer you used. I'm using a powder puff, but you can use the same beauty blender you were using, the side that has product, okay? Dab on the product and then press that product in, starting with the under eyes. Always start with the under eyes to set, okay? Press, press, press. So both sides of the under eyes, and then you can go ahead and set all the areas you highlighted using as concealer, that would include the bridge of the nose as well as the forehead. And I normally just set around the lip area here, especially the areas I know I'm going to have like smile lines. I have to set those areas in. And then after that is when you can use a loose setting or translucent powder, okay? Again, you're going to dab on the product, and here you're going to either blow off the excess product or tap off the excess product, and then use the remaining product either on the beauty blender or my powder puff, as you can see here. And I focus majorly around the under eyes, but if you have oily skin, you can go over all the areas you highlighted using a concealer. So that will include bridge of the nose as well as forehead. And then after that, I'm going to use Maybelline Fit Me, the shade 375, as my powder contour. And guys, remember, even if you used cream contour, you have to go over the cream contour with a powder contour. It's the same technique when it comes to blending. Now, for the nose, we're going to start where your where your eyeshadow stops, 45-degree angle on both sides, and then use that as a guideline on where exactly to place your contour lines, and make sure you close that line on the lower side. And then after that, use a cleaner, fluffy, clean brush to blend that contour in for the nose, okay? Starting on the upper side, you blend it into the eyeshadow. As you go down, you're going to tap, tap, tap. I rarely use cream contour on my nose because I feel like it just makes the nose contour very conspicuous. I don't like my nose contour looking conspicuous. And then after that, I'm going to use the same Inglot gel eyeliner, focusing on the waterline alone, just on the waterline alone. And this is a technique I've learned recently, okay? So you're just going to connect that to our wing eye. So you're going to bring that, starting from 3/4 way towards the outer corner, bring it down a bit. Do you see that? Just a dot down, and then connect that towards the wing liner like that. And then after that is when you blend that in. Do you guys see that? Yeah, it just makes your eyes pop a bit. And then after that, I'm just going to brush off the excess powder around the under eyes before I go ahead and do my powder blush. For powder blush, I'm going for placement just below the under eyes on the outer corner, and then blend it into the contour. Then after that, I'm just using a compact finishing powder, sorry, that matches my skin tone on all the areas I've not applied powder on. And that is how we're going to get done with the face. And then after that, I'm just using the one size setting spray. Spray it. You have to shake it. You have to shake it very, very well, and then spray it from a distance, and a generous amount of that. Okay. And then after that, we move on to the lips. I'm starting off with the Davis number 3 as my first lip liner. Okay, just to lip line, and then I'm going to go over that first lip liner with Davis number 38. This one is a bit of a purple, just to give it that burgundy effect, okay, because that is what I wanted to go for my lip liner, but I don't have a burgundy lip liner, so I had to be creative with it. Blend in that lip liner first before you start with lipstick. Now for lipstick, I wanted to go for red, starting off with the Wet n Wild red. It's a very beautiful red. And then on the midpoint, because I wanted an ombre, we're going for Mark X Tiwa Savage. It's a very, very beautiful, it's a brighter shade of red. So that is why I have to create this ombre effect for it to look beautiful. Okay. Look at that. It's a very bright red. The one thing I love about it is it has a matte finish, yes, but it is not drying on the lips at all. It's just beautiful. Then after that, I'm using my beauty blender, the cleaner side, dab on clear gloss, and then use that as my highlighter for the cheek. And look at that, it just gives you a very beautiful glow without making it look like it's too much. And that would be it from me today, guys. I hope you have learned something. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Let me know what you think about this look. I enjoyed every bit of it, and it reflected so well in pictures. It looked so amazing in person, and I'm so glad you joined me as I taught you how to do this look. Again, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you would want from me next on the comment section, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Remember to subscribe, guys. Okay? All right, bye for now. See you on the next one.